Welcome to Mouthy MacDo-gooder's video. Today I have a very special message to deliver to you. Very special message that I have here. I'll deliver it to you. Okay. Yeah, interesting. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see it? Yeah? You want to see it? Alright, okay, I'll show it to you. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to save you. In society, I think we are taught to be disempowered. I think we are taught that we need experts to fix us, that we need other people to help us in our lives. Now, I think it's important to recognise the contribution that other people make in our lives, that other people bring in our lives. I think as human beings, generally speaking, we are a social group who thrives around other people. I think we are supposed to be in communities. I know occasionally people can maybe live as hermits, but I think generally speaking the population is craving real social interactions. I think that we need to acknowledge that we do need other people to be a fulfilled, happy human being, but I think what we need to stop doing is seeing everyone else as an expert and actually take back control and take back power ourselves. Each of us has the ability to change our lives, especially if you're talking about living in the West, you know, living in the Western societies. If you have access to the internet, if you have access to the internet, you can learn how to do anything pretty much. You can certainly learn strong fundamentals to change your life, to change your thought process, to change your thinking, to change your life. And I think we need to take that power and that control back. When I was ill, I went to the doctors because I was told by society that the doctors would help me. Did the doctors help me? No. No, they didn't. The doctors wanted to give me drugs. I didn't want to take drugs. I do not want to take drugs. So I went to the internet, I started reading, I started researching, because I was desperate. I was desperate for a solution. I was absolutely desperate for a solution, and I feel like I found one. So nobody is going to come and save you. If you've got financial issues, if you've got health issues, if you've got family issues, if you've got relationship issues, if you've got career issues, studying issues, friendship issues, housing issues, whatever it is, we need to take responsibility for those. I've just had a really interesting conversation with a friend of mine, and we were talking about structural issues and inequality and oppression, and we had a very interesting conversation that brought around more questions than answers, and I really enjoyed that conversation. But where do we draw the line when things, like, I hear a lot of people blaming, oh, but society's like this and people are like that and the way that we've been brought up is like this. We live in a sexist society, we live in a society that's very superficial and values money, and you know, but people talk about these things, and I think it's important to analyse that, but I think there comes a time where you need to take responsibility for your own actions. You know, I was living in a society where it was normal to drink a lot of alcohol. It is normal to drink a lot of alcohol. It's normal to eat meat and dairy. It's normal not to do much exercise. And I was doing all those things. I ended up unwell. Not just because of that. There was a lot of other stresses in my life, but certainly not looking after myself was definitely contributing to my health problems. So that there comes a time where we just have to accept responsibility. We have to accept the role that we have played in creating our own circumstances. Yes, there's you know, there's certain influences and contributions that other people, that other situations make in our life. I'm not saying we all start on the same playing field, because we don't. That's not how society is set up. That is not. Some people naturally have a lot of more privilege and power than others, but within that, we still have an opportunity to use what we do have and make the best of what's there, and feel good about doing that in the process. So rather than focusing on the ways that we are, what's the right word to use? Rather than focusing on, well, I mean, to really simplify it, rather than focusing on what we don't have and the way that we're missing out in life, we could focus on what we do have and the ways that we are happy and successful in life. That's a massive shift. It's a massive shift. I'm not saying that's an easy thing to do, but well, it can be. To do it consistently, maybe more challenging, but to do it just for a second, just start thinking about the things that you do have rather than things that you don't have. So, to go back to my original point, nobody is going to come and save you. Nobody's going to come. Nobody is on their way now that are just going to come in and help you fix your life. Over the last few years, I've made a lot of changes, and I've looked to other people for advice to look at what they're doing, and the real shift came when I started not going to people and sort of asking for help, can you help me with this, but actually went to people, got advice, and then took their advice and then put it into practice. So nobody's coming to save you. You have absolutely everything that you need right now. You have everything you need. You don't need anybody else. You have everything you need. Do what you can. You don't have to do everything overnight, but do what you can. Start right now. Start with something small. You know, it could even be something as simple as clearing out your room, your bedroom or your living room, or clearing out a room and just starting to take control of yourself and your surroundings. It could be something as simple as going for a walk around the block, or starting to eat fruit for breakfast, or starting to drink more water, or getting to sleep more, getting to bed early, should I say. It could be something as simple as that, but start taking control back of your own life. We will look for solutions and quick fixes. We look for solutions in pills and prescriptions. We look for these things rather than actually taking control ourselves of us, of our own bodies, of our own minds, of our own lives. So start thinking, start acting, and try and take power back. You have control. When people get ill and sick, when bad things happen in our lives, we can sometimes feel like these external factors are things that we can't do anything about, but we can choose how we react to those circumstances. I'm not perfect. I'm learning all the time. But what we can do is we can focus on the things that we can control rather than focusing on the things that we can't control. So remember, no one is coming to save you. So do what you can, when you can, with what you have. So that's my thought for today. Quite a big heavy thought, but that's my thought for today. I'd really love to know what you think about that. So yeah, as usual, put your comments in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.